Yay, marker.
Don't like these other people here, I don't know.
My name is Gio Kojikaru, and I'm hoping to get you guys involved in the 6 sessions. The 6th session is Sharing is Caring mentor session. So it's me taking all of the knowledge I've been able to gain over the last 2.5 years, and during probably 5 calls in a Y-split scenario, 45 minutes to maybe an hour and 15 minutes, intensely sharing what is the best practice when we deal with certain problems. We get certain people together, they formulate ideas, plans, and then hopefully the mentee will wind up becoming a mentor for new junior people. When we're taking calls, we spend a lot of time listening to other conversations that may be, within earshot. But really, in the end, it's important to hear both sides of the conversations. So what I've tried to do is create a format so that we can share information and hopefully become better TSRs overall. Process of elimination. You try enough things and inevitably you find out what works. When I was doing Y-splits to begin with as part of the technical sales specialist team, it really was a one-sided conversation where I would sit in with particular mentees and they would be taking calls, but they'd never have an opportunity to hear my side of the conversation and how I process the conversation, bringing people from a technical perspective into bridging for more sales. So after a number of evolutions, moving from one team to another, finally came up with what I think is the best process that's going to be easy to implement across multiple teams. When you first start off at Shaw, there's lots of education. I know I had an intensive 1.5 week training, but after the 1.5 week training, I got on the phones and 2.5 hour wait time. After that, there is ongoing training as part of the tailgates, but I really don't feel like that gives you the same perspective as listening to someone else's conversation. That's really what we need to do, is be able to exchange information. By exchanging the information, we get best of breed, inevitably team goals, floor goals, and company goals. Inspiration for the idea really came down to trying to find out a process that works with my own ideas on how I want to conduct sessions versus what the actual workplace is like. There's certain processes that we have, approval, and then be able to reflect on those ideas is a very important part of the process. So really just over a period of time, I think that we've come up with a really great idea. We've implemented it on my own teams, taking multiple different teams from bottom of the stats for newbies to top of the stats, and then also with senior reps. So it really works for junior people who are just coming into the company, as well as more senior people who want to elevate their own game. I would love to see the 6 sessions as something that everyone is comfortable with the idea. When you get into big companies, it seems like there's a silo of information. That information I want to blow out of the silos, share with everyone else, and make sure that we have an ongoing lifelong learning type experience. My ideas are great, but really their value is going to come from exchanging information between people. The idea will fall flat if it's just me. Like, I've made an impact on my own teams, but really what I want to do is have people literally implement it in their own teams with their own supervisors, finding out who's going to be able to benefit with certain mentors. They're going to have strengths in certain aspects. That exchange of information is going to bring the value up in the company.